Now's your chance.
So just got back from Carrow Road. Quite an indifferent performance, I think, from Norwich City. There was a mantle to be grabbed, and no one in the starting 11 at least particularly grasped it. It took a while to get going. It was a bit paint by numbers football at times, very lateral, very slow. There wasn't a lot of energy in the Norwich team, and they didn't look particularly creative. Leitner probably looked like the most likely to make something happen on the ball, but it was slow and it was lethargic and it was a bit lateral, and what they needed was energy, and they certainly got that in the second half when Kenny McLean and Onel Hernandez entered the fray. McLean has something about Johnny Howson about him. He's not one who's going to look to play through the lines at every opportunity. He will attempt long range passes, and he's got that in his locker. He's got a wonderful passing range, and in Hernandez, Norwich have an outlet and someone who retains the width and is also a threat in behind, which is what they needed because Stevenage effectively played with such a high line, and Norwich were a bit stuck with that really, because they didn't have a lot of pace in the starting 11 because of the lack of natural wingers. Cantwell, excellent technically, but not a lot of pace, and then Leitner sort of had a free roll on that right side, and again didn't have a lot of pace, so they required Hernandez, an out and out winger, to come on and break that high line they were playing, and he did. And I think he was on for about 15 minutes, 3 successful dribbles, a lot of crosses in the box, and gave Stevenage a headache. He's such a almost like a complete winger in to an extent, because he can go inside and outside. He's got pace. His first touch is excellent. Norwich were looking for someone to step up in the aftermath of Maddison's sale, and perhaps Hernandez can be that figure. Just a quick one on Timu Pukki as well. Came on and really like the look of him. Like the look of him at Birmingham. What he is he's not a natural striker. He's not an out and out striker. He's not someone who will bully defenders and bring others into play. He's someone who operates for me between the striker and the midfield, between that space in between. He's such an intelligent footballer because he so naturally finds space to operate in. And if Norwich can strike up a successful partnership between Jordan Rhodes and Timu Pukki, they're going to score goals this year, because the way Pukki finds space for himself and also for other people is excellent. And I think once Norwich got McLean, Pukki and Hernandez on it looked a much more progressive and attacking performance. Slow start, but I think as Norwich can see, if they take a look over the border, what could have potentially happened tonight. It was important that they got that second goal and killed the game, and in terms of that starting 11, no one really impressed. I'd say probably Ben Godfrey and Christoph Zimmermann. Max Aarons you could probably throw in there as well, although he wasn't tested defensively. Would have liked to see Norwich attack Stevenage a bit more. They were playing quite narrow. They impressed me in the first half, but there are positives to take. The manner in which Norwich dug in, I think, is something that perhaps wouldn't have happened last year when Stevenage were having their good spell. But ultimately, it's a cup tie and they got through it, and that's all they need to do, really. If you want to hear more of my thoughts, TalkNorwichCity.com is a place to go. You'll have a full written analysis there if you prefer my thoughts in written form. A good night, a professional performance, and they got through it.